Welcome back to Macro Golf, Get Golfers Moving. In these sessions, we're all about getting you up off the chair, up on the sofa, up away from your desk, up away from your kind of learning from home, and we are getting you moving so that when you get back out on the golf course, you are ready to rock and roll. So in these sessions, we're just going to work through a few basic movements that you're going to need to keep your movement patterns ready for your golf. Not necessarily too much about workouts, not necessarily too much about mobility, but combining all of kind of major concepts and just getting you up and getting you moving. So as always, you're not really going to need much equipment for these sessions, and we're always going to start on our back, gradually work our way onto our knees, and then finally end where I believe we should spend most of our day, which is in a standing position. So we're going to come down onto our backs. Quick note, today's session is for Riley Banks and Milo the dog. You guys have been smashing it recently, so this session's for you. Onto our backs we come. So we're just going to do a little bit of breathing in this position. So just come onto your back, let your belly sink in, try and get rid of this gap in your back here. And now with your hands on your belly, just take a deep breath in. Fill that belly up. And a deep breath out. I'm just going to do a few deep breaths here. And just use this time to focus your mind onto the session we're about to do. Get rid of all the stress, all the worry for the rest of the day. This is going to be 10-15 minutes of your time just to work on yourself. Good, now we're going to tuck the heels up close to the bum. Hands are going to go up facing the sky. And from here, what we're going to do is just try and push our hips up towards the sky. Now you're going to push them up and you're going to hold there for just a few seconds, really trying to focus on squeezing the glutes in this position. So a nice straight line from my knee, hip and shoulder. I'm going to come back down and repeat. Now what I'm looking to do is to disengage and engage my glutes on cue. So from here I can kind of disengage and then I can go pop and get them straight on without needing to think about it. We want that quick firing. And I want this to be in the glutes. I don't want this to be filtering into my hamstrings and my lower back. Come down, pop back up. I'm going to do 2 more of these. Down, pop up. Now if you've been sat down a lot today, this is going to feel like a lot of blood rushing to this area, which is good. That's what we want. Down, 1 more, pop up. Good, take a rest there, shake it out. Now what we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come up into our glute bridge. But I want you to do is really get your feet close together and get your knees together. Now from here, your knees are going to stay completely stable. Your hips are going to stay up, hands in the sky. And what we're going to do is shift your weight onto one leg, lift one leg up, and then rotate to the opposite leg. So notice how my knees are staying together. I'm not breaking this bridge. I'm just shifting my weight onto one leg and then onto the other leg. Keeping those hips up. I'm getting lazy. Really remember to keep those hips pointing up to the sky. Couple more. Last one. Take a rest there. Good work. Hands are going to stay facing up. And now what's going to happen is your knees are going to come up and join at 90 degrees. So 90-degree bend in the hip, 90-degree bend in the knee, 90-degree bend in the ankle. Now from this position, all I want you to do is take the arms down behind your head, leave your knees where they are, and bring your arms back up. I'm going to repeat this a few times. If you can't get all the way to the floor, don't worry. Just go to your comfortable range. Really try not to go into banana back. Keep your core contracted, keep your ribcage tucked down. 1 more here. Good, now arms are going to stay facing up. And all I'm going to do is going to kick my right heel out as far as I can. Notice I'm pushing the heel out. Heel goes out, come back up. And now we're going to do the left leg. Kick the left heel out. Right leg stays where it is. back in, one more each side, right heel, and left heel. Take a rest there. Good work. Come around onto our fronts, into hands and knees. Now from here, you're going to come, if you've got a mat, I want you to come to the back of your mat. If you're not on the mat, you're just on the floor, you haven't got to worry. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees up off of the mat so that we're just on our hands and our toes. Okay, quite a challenging position to remain there. We're going to need a lot of core control. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to focus on crawling a little bit backwards and a little bit forwards, staying on our hands and our toes. So to do that, we're going to move opposite arm to opposite leg and crawl forward like that, okay? So core's going to need to be really tucked in. We're going to come up onto our knees now, onto knees, hands and toes, and we're just going to crawl forward. I'm trying to keep my hips nice and straight if I can. So it's going to be quite a challenge to do that. And then we'll come backwards. I haven't done this in a while, so this is hard for me. Good, and back. And one more forward. And take a rest there. I haven't done that in ages, so that is tough for me today. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, we're gonna make it even harder. So we're gonna come back onto that position, hands and toes, knees off the mat. And we're going to work a little bit on loading into the upper body by pushing from the lower body. So it's going to look like this. Hands are going to be placed onto the mat, nice solid base with the hands. We're going to come up onto our toes and we're going to push up from our toes to take the weight onto our hands. Okay? Let me tuck this in. You've got to pay extra if you want to see that. So the idea is we're exploding from the feet, taking the weight into the hands, controlling the weight with the arms, back down, landing on the feet. Okay, these are called monster jumps. We're only going to do 3 to 5 reps. I'm going to probably do 5. Then we'll take a rest, do another 5, and then we're done. So it's not too many. So feet tucked in, on our toes, on our hands. And when we're ready, we're going to explode up, take the weight into our hands. Take a rest. It's not too bad. One more set of that. What I like about this is you don't need to be that strong in the upper body to hold your body weight in that position. You've kind of a little bit loading, a little bit of unloading. So if you're working on trying to build your strength in the upper body, say for example if you're struggling with your press ups, something like that, it's a good way of loading and unloading by just maintaining kind of an isometric position with the upper body, which I really like. So we can do one more set. Toes, hands, push the bum up to the sky. Take a rest. Good. So I'm going to get you to come into a low lunge, just because some of that work we were doing was kind of cramping up the hips a little bit. A lot of kind of bent hip work, so if you think if we've spent a lot of time sat down and now we're doing some more work in that position, it's nice to just try and get this knee behind the hip and just take a little bit of rest in this position. I didn't mention it at the start, but fantastic work for getting this video on and getting this session done today. I know it is not easy. I know I only asked for kind of 10-15 minutes a day, either a session like this or some mobility work, but I know in our busy lives it's not easy, so well done for getting it done today. Let's just swap onto the other leg, stretch our other hip flexor out. Good work. So we're going to come into a standing position in a second. And we're just going to do one more movement, working on a little bit of balance and a little bit of shifting of our weight. And then we are done. And you can go back, sit on the sofa and watch some TV. All right, so let's come into a standing position. Now from here, I want you to come, if you're on a mat, just to the middle of your mat. And we're gonna shift our weight onto one leg. We're gonna absorb that pressure, find our balance, and then we're gonna shift our weight onto the other leg. So if you don't feel confident to jump, say for example, if you're struggling with some knee pain or you just don't feel like you're ready to do that, that's fine. I want you to step. So if you're not ready to jump, you're gonna step. Okay, if you can jump, you're gonna jump. All right, this is the movement. So we're gonna take, I'll start onto my right side, we're gonna take a step or a jump to our right. We're gonna absorb that pressure, we're gonna find our balance, and then we're gonna go to the other side. So we're either gonna step or jump, that side to the left side, find our balance, and repeat to the right. That's the movement, okay? I'm gonna jump because I think it'd be a bit of a cop out if I didn't. So I'm gonna jump to my right, then to my left, and you can follow along. So we're gonna jump to the right, control, find our balance, jump to the left, control, find the balance, and to the right. And we're just gonna move between these two. You can be stepping if you wanna step. Really working on that balance and shifting of our weight. A few more of these. Last one. And take a rest there. Great work, guys. So you can remain standing. I'm going to come down to my knees. Let's shake the arms out. Now just come in, relax the shoulders, let everything go. You can do is turn your neck all the way around to the left. Try and regain some of the breathing control. Neck all the way around to the right. Let the neck drop down to the left. Down to the right. Take the arms all the way up and above your head, big circle round. One more big circle. Guys, fantastic work today. That's your little Get Golfers Moving session for today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow where we can get another 10-15 minutes of good work, good quality work that's really going to help your golf. See you guys in the next video.